Oakland, mine.
Don't hide your feelings like everybody else. Express it, confess it. To me, that's the fresh shit. Life's so precious, sometimes vicious, but don't ever forget to feed your soul some mischief and free your mind and fill up your core. And this is what the stiff be fighting for.
Peace, y'all. It's Amani Jade and my bae.
Najee A.M.
on that 30-day
Bae
bae challenge,
Challenge.
brought to you by the Oakland.
Mine.
Thanks for joining our listening journey where we're reviewing one Bae album a day to highlight our diverse Bay Area talent and to create appreciation, inspiration, and pride because we do what?
Show love the Bay Way.
Exactly.
30 days, one Bay Area album a day. Stay tuned and subscribe. Hit the bell. And welcome to day 14, where we're covering White Mike's Rethink Everything.
Tell us the car facts.
So he's from Lower Haight in the city, and he was a pioneer in the late 80s and early 90s in underground hip-hop in the Bay Area. He's also known as Brussel Sprouts. He's a part of Board Stiff that had 12 members, including Equipto.
Who was also featured on this 30-day Bae challenge.
Yeah.
And White Mike is my stepdad. Ooh, he make my mama so happy.
Step Waddy. On the album, Mike himself said, the compilation Rethink Everything was a showcase of talented artists, friends, and people that he respects in music. He picked each song, or helped create each pick for this compilation. And there's a total of 21 solo artists and 4 groups of multiple artists featured on the same project.
Not to mention collaborators of all other kinds. It is really amazingly put together, and I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm proud that my step Waddy is the mastermind of it. It's really dope and really amazing.
And speaking of how amazing, how dope it is, let's go ahead and get into the sounds of this project. There is dope-ass scratching in the song Remember Back by AC Alone and Mike T. Beautiful sampling and boom-bap drum loops, something White Mike and many seasoned hip-hop artists are known for. Some of the songs really go together well symphonically as far as sound, sample, and the message, like So Disciplined, Game Plan, and Conscious Will.
Specifically, the use of talking in the intros before people get off into their raps. Speaking of people getting off into their raps, I really fuck with the wordplay of the song Rethink Everything by Associated Fresh, which is titled after the compilation itself. I like that it comes after my track with Tattoo Vision because our hook is kind of wordy and very wordplayish. In Rethink Everything, you hear them say rethink and we think. In our song Can Be, you hear once you can see, once you conceive. And I love the songs that both of these tracks beats are sampled from. Rethink Everything, you have Erykah Badu, Didn't You Know, Didn't You Know? And it's funny because her song is called Didn't You Know, and this song's called Rethink Everything. That you knew. Ooh. Ours is Can Be, sampling Liquid Sunshine by John Cameron. I was so excited to find that randomly listening on YouTube one day. Check out my Who Sampled playlist on my channel.
And I like the vocal effect that's present throughout songs like Conscious Will and Wrapped Up. Now let's go ahead and get into the messages in the music. There are a lot.
There are particular lines that really tell the story of the project from front to back. Mind you, there are more than 20 people rapping on all of these different tracks. Yet there are clear themes that are coming through. And we didn't all talk on the phone and have a conference like, you talk about this, we'll talk about that, and it'll tell a story. But that's how it ended up happening. And Mike ended up putting these things together. So just by listening to certain lines and certain songs, you can hear where it starts and where it ends. For example,
you have Car Window by Kill. And he says, hustling every day, thinking that we're on our way to success and feeling so good. In love with a lifestyle that ain't no good. We used to hit White Mike for them fat sacks, listen to all hip hop, never wore a backpack.
Then you have Remember Back by AC Alone and Mike T. Ooh, freestyle fellowship. They open saying, I partied at the spot Marvin Gaye got shot. I smoked a blunt on the block where they gunned down Pac. I was in the parking lot when Big Papa got popped and rhyming in the booth when JMJ had to drop. Hip hop, you got me fucked up. And then later, I wake up, I start mobbing, writing raps instead of robbing these Batmans and goblins. So this all is talking about this street life, but the alternative to the drugs, the violence, the desperation meeting the determination.
And then you have songs like If It Wasn't for the Love by Board Stiff, which talks about the high stakes of choosing that alternative. In that song, Mike says, system in the industry might sound worthless. Old hills still have a purpose. Beach brings us back to dreams, and I still droop. And in that song, the beach is bringing him back to the dreams. You know, maybe dreams of his childhood, maybe dreams of what hip-hop success would really be like, dreams of the life that he imagined himself having. And even with the hardships that he's experienced, he still drew. He was still able to draw his reality.
And draw inspiration from his reality. Yeah, that's hard. Then you have So Disciplined by Les One and Beeline. The talking intro is a clear message of remembering where you come from, to looking ahead to where you want to be and enjoying the journey on your way. One hard line from that song: you ever go to sleep at night with your boxing gloves on, dreaming about socking demons in a dome? Wake up to a bill collector knocking at your door and pay him with that cash out the box in the flow? Wow. And then Beeline says he still channels his rage. So we're working in this new life, but we're still affected by what we are coming from. And I just want to say again, shout out to White Mike for placing the Conscious Will interlude between the first 6 songs, which we just mentioned some of, and then the track with myself and Tattoo Vision called Can Be, where we came out with this third eye vision type of outlook on creativity as a means of creating alternative realities and experiences versus childhood traumas and circumstances. Really saying creativity can be an agent of not just producing, but healing. And for the first time, you hear female MCs. Okay. Myself and Jada Imani. Then in the end, there's a sample of Prince where he really gets to the point of the album title, Rethink Everything, when he's saying, what you create will be guided by something more clear. I love this and the title track that follows, and it's so clutch. It is the shift in the narrative of the music. The track Rethink Everything really is questioning every single thing, and it's so tight. It's put together so well, super dope. Shout out to Associated Fresh for really putting together and weaving that song Rethink Everything and really being the turning point in the middle of this project that really bridges.
And speaking of that bridge, we got even more lines to bring you. You got songs like Green Grass, Forever Coming Manny, Pinned to a Gunfight, and all those songs are like flexing the creative mind and writing skills, celebrating craft and skill. You got my man Z-Man, aka Z-Manny.
Z-Dazzle.
And he says, I bring a pin to a gunfight, so you better come with extra clips. I'm a perfectionist. And then it kind of comes full circle with Exit Through the Gift Shop, where SFSM says, hip-hop the imprint of the ghetto music the blueprint of hip-hop, street music exit through the gift shop. Hella metaphors derived from all the crazy things in life. And the entire second verse,
it's crazy.
And it kind of comes full circle to the struggle of living life in the same places, focused on living as an artist and trying to survive economically while honoring the cultural purpose. Continued in Hate Being a Grown-Up, and this one's for you.
And then you have the last 2 tracks, Wrapped Up and Blue Tops, which are really just kind of bar sparring. Just a ridiculous emphasis on relentless delivery of lyrics. It's so dope. Shout out Sandpaper, Rome, and Sinestro for coming so extra hard on those songs. But people are coming hard on this album overall, from front to back, start to finish, and everything in the middle. It's just a very well put together arc of artist stories and messages. And again, shout out to Mike for how he got this community of people to come together and then put it together in such a wonderful order. All of these amazing artists who are featured almost made it hard for me to pick a favorite song, but being that I'm a part of it, that made it easier.
Hey.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song is Exit Through the Gift Shop, because I feel like that song is hard, but I really like the cadence and the melody of that song. I feel like it's very welcoming, very inviting. The stuff that is being talked about is deep, but it's deep in a way that's relatable. Deep in a way that doesn't have to feel so deep, that doesn't have to feel dark, or that doesn't have to feel hard, but it's still real.
Word.
What about you, baby?
Well, since you ask, I'm gonna have to go with Can Be by me and Tattoo Vision, because it's a whole vibe. I love the song that the beat was created from. I love the part by Prince that Mike added to it. I love that I was able to be a part of it. I love talking about something that I have so much music about and flipping it on its head. And being in charge of it, especially as a creator, and how powerful it is. It's almost like a superpower. And then we have a collective favorite, because there are so many good ones, and that is
pen to a gunfight.
Superpower, super strength.
Straight up. Sometimes you got to bring a pen to a gunfight. But for me, line for line, bar for bar, the lyrical expertise in that song and the way that the metaphors are flipped line to line is it's fire. I ain't gonna front.
Z-Mania, Z-Dazzle. Listening to his voice, his delivery, I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. You should listen to it. And if you're feeling this album, you should also listen to our honorable mention. Brycon and Equipto presents The Watershed. Too much of that real dope.
And make sure to comment below, like, and subscribe to stay tuned with our daily reviews for this 30-day Bae Challenge. Follow us on IG as well, and don't miss out on our IG Lives, Topic Tuesdays, Freebie Fridays, where we give away merch to folks who like and comment on YouTube or join our IG Live. And as always, link to today's albums popping up below. Comment with your favorite song or your favorite line from this project.
Yeah.
Peace.
Questing with the questers, maintain movement. Planet Rock, man, I got back to the music. Hues of the blues like an owl on some who shit. Choose who I crew with. Peace out, deuces.
Lord, can I find strength? Can I get through another day? I know sometimes I drifted and got lost along the way.
Make sure you learn your lesson.